Jacques Pépin began his career in his native France when he was 13 years old in his hometown of Bourg-en-Bresse, where his family owned a restaurant. As an apprentice, he reminisces, you worked next to the chef, but he didn't explain anything. He just said, chop the parsley, trim the meat, clean up the floor. For a year you don't go near the stove, then one day the chef says, you start to work at the stove. And you don't think you know anything. But when you get there, you find that you do know. Jacques did indeed know, and he went on to work in Paris at the Meurice, the Plaza Athénée, and as personal chef to 2 prime ministers and to President Charles de Gaulle himself. He came to New York in 1959, where he worked under famed Henri Soufflé at Le Pavillon. Later, he helped develop the successful La Potagerie restaurant, all while earning a master's degree in French literature at Columbia University. Now, author of 7 books and countless magazine articles, nationally acclaimed cooking teacher, and host of his own television program, he also teaches the culinary arts and food history at Boston University's master's degree in gastronomy program, and is dean of studies at the French Culinary Institute in New York. Jacques Pepin does it all and still finds time to design and paint his own menus. I've known Jacques since the early 1960s and was just delighted that he invited me to assist him at home in his Connecticut kitchen to prepare his very original version of lobster soufflé à l'américaine. Beautiful live lobsters.
Yes, lobster soufflé, right?
And what I think a lot of people don't know is how you can tell the male from the female. And we were very interested in having the female because it has the roe in it. And that gives a nice color to the sauce.
I think I have a female next to me, right? The body is wider than the male,
particularly
right?
down there.
And of course on the other side here, then you have that little flap, those tiny feather here, that indicates the female, right? And the thorax is slightly wider.
And this one, this is the male, and you can tell this because the last little feelers are pointed and bony.
So we're going to steam them, right?
Yep.
And
I think it's wonderful having this Chinese steamer. I'm going to get myself one.
And those, you know, I put like 4 cups of water underneath. And we'll put 2 this way and 2 on top. And this will steam for about 12 minutes. That is what we are doing here, is steaming it just enough so we can remove the flesh. But the body will be practically raw still, so we can do our sauce américaine, the real sauce with it, like
and
if it was.
This is right, because you want it practically raw, because
right.
In the real American you saute it live.
You saute it live, but this is a more modern way, and because it tends to be too cooked otherwise. In France, the lobster are a bit too cooked. But here we're in New England, so we do it the right way, right?
Well, they don't have as much lobster in France.
No, that's right.
They
and they are very expensive.
Yeah.
See, they are
nice and red.
Right. So those are nice. This way they are really not cooked entirely, but that's what we want, you know. We want the raw and all this. So those are fine. And what we have now, we get that liquid here. And you want to taste it?
You know, I know the last time we did it together, the liquid was very salty.
Well, a bit salted, yeah. I think it's fine, this one, right?
Yeah, I think that's not salty.
Okay,
so it doesn't have much taste. It tastes like bamboo, I think.
Tastes like bamboo? All right, we'll have it.
Well, we'll use it anyway.
All right, we'll use some of it anyway.
Fine.
We'll put white wine in it.
Okay.
Okay. So this should cool a few minutes before we break it open, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Those are cool enough, I think.
Yeah, they're cool enough, yes.
Well, let's begin.
So we're going to break it, right? Break the...
I'll start breaking off these things.
Yeah, so do I. So you have what they call the cracker and the pincher, right?
Yes.
Different claw. So...
And then getting this, I'll just twist it. Is that what you do?
That's what I do too. I take the whole thing this way.
Yeah.
See, they are not really cooked inside. That's what we want, you know?
And here's a little bit of this tamale.
Yes.
Which...
So I have some of my tamale.
Absolutely uncooked.
Yes, I'll give it to you too.
But this is very important to keep.
Yeah, this is good too. That's what makes the sauce, you know,
Yeah.
the body. So we put all that in there. I have more tamale here.
Look at that. That's beautiful. That'll just
Yeah.
go in there.
The stomach doesn't matter really. What I'm going to do is to
And
keep that for the decoration, right? That's what
Well, I
I
like to use these little scissors.
Oh, you come all equipped here.
Oh,
I mean, you
do.
get, yes.
I always serve these when we're eating whole lobsters. I always serve little scissors with them too.
That piece should come out, you know, in one piece like this.
And we're safe. That's the reason we're doing it over here, is to save all the juices.
Yes, all the juice. But the big claw like this, like the end here, it's not that good for the sauce,
No.
you know. So I'll discard
You want
this.
some with a little bit of meat in it.
But all the white stuff, you know, it's like gelatin here. It's like the albumin which
Let's put
set, and this is good.
Put it in there.
You want that
Let's
stuff in
save
there
everything
too? All right.
like that, because that'll be all for our sauce.
Okay.
The wonderful thing about the lobsters, you're going to really eat everything.
Yes. Well, almost.
Except for the shell.
You eat a lot of lobster in summer.
Oh, lots. Well, we go up to Maine. We
Well-
just spread newspapers on the table and just eat lobsters that way. I'm giving you a nice piece of tail here.
Okay.
I'm sure you will enjoy.
That's good. Yeah. Here I have another piece. I think we have all our meat here. So
Now,
do you want to see if there is any vein in there?
yes, I think we should.
So if you just cut it a little bit like this, we can see. This one is pretty clean. Maybe remove that piece. We can leave the tail whole. What do
Yeah,
you
well, I
think?
think let's leave it whole.
Okay, so we'll try that one.
We don't want any intestinal stuff in our stew, do we?
Well, preferably not. See, yeah, the piece.
Yeah.
And then I have a bowl of water here. If we have some, we can rinse it
That
in
one
there.
needs to be rinsed a little bit.
Yeah? Okay.
Who knows what that black stuff is? I don't.
Well,
Is there one more?
it's digested protein. You know, it's not bad.
Well, it doesn't look nice.
Doesn't look too nice. Sometimes it's sandy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
so
have
we
to
washed
think
that
of the
one. Now we're
aesthetics.
ready to continue the sauce. And you know, I have a wet towel here. And this is the technique. You keep it like that, moist, and then we put it in the oven.
I think that's an awfully good idea.
Yeah, and it goes right through very gently, and it doesn't toughen the meat. Otherwise, it can be quite
just
rubbery,
kind of
you know.
steams it.
Yes.
Very good idea.
Okay.
And you were going to see if there's any juice in there. We were
Yeah,
going to taste it.
we're going to use all of the juice here, some of the juice from the cooking, you know, that we keep.
And I'm straining the tamale. And I was going to put some butter in here too.
That's good.
I'm straining it because sometimes there are bits of bone in. Which
Because all of that is going to go in the sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be good. Okay.
A little bit there. Don't want to miss any of it.
And we got even more juice here.
And then I think, we did this some months ago together. I think we have to taste this
Right.
and make sure it isn't too. We never figured out what was that made it so salty.
Well, we're not going to put any salt in the recipe, just the flavoring in there.
See, that's fairly salty, but not too much.
Not much.
It's
no?
delicious, though.
Right. Well, we're going to saute some vegetable in there to make the sauce with this, right? I'm going to have some celery, maybe one rib or two, and some garlic, a lot of garlic, some onion. Can you peel a carrot for me?
I'm going to do you a carrot.
Okay. I'm going to cut it very in what we call a little mirepoix, you know.
Is this to be a fine mirepoix? Or
No, not too fine, doesn't matter.
We're going to strain
We're
it.
going to strain it, yeah.
Then I won't be too
I want like
careful.
close to a cup and a half of
Yeah.
onion. Those are white onion. They are very nice and tender, you know. And I'll put a bit of olive oil in there. And the celery So first we saute the vegetable for a while, then we put the carcass of the lobster in it.
Then we're going to flame it in cognac, are we not?
Yes, yes, exactly. We're going to put some cognac, some white wine, everything which is good for you. Okay. You want to put it in there? Good.
Nothing like cooking with two people. It's really much nicer, I think.
Yes. Well, it's more fun too. Now, garlic, and I'm going to leave the garlic. I'm going to separate the clove, and I'll leave the clove whole. Just break it.
Keep the skin on.
Yeah, we keep the whole thing on.
That gives some flavor too, doesn't it?
Flavor too, and we're going to strain it anyway.
Yeah.
So
well, some people are very fussy about taking out the so-called germ. Do you bother with that?
No. Actually, I think that the green thing, the germ, is actually the most tender part of it when it comes.
But some people are very careful to remove that.
I know. So this has to cook for a couple of minutes now to brown before we put that in.
Fine.
I think it's cooked enough now. We put our shelf. And you know what I want to do? I'll put them this way. I don't really want to put any liquid from the bottom here. I want to keep the liquid with the rest of the liquid we have because I want this to start browning a little bit those shells so we can flambe it, you know. So it has to cook for a couple of minutes. I think it's roasted enough, right?
Oh, well, that's a bit, that's
so we're going to flambe it a bit.
Good.
See the liquid here.
There. Some people think that isn't necessary, but I think it's fun.
It's fun, it's fun.
Yes,
it's more necessary
have...
when we have pieces of meat because it's seared.
Yes.
Here it's only bone.
That's lovely.
So I'm putting a cup of white wine here.
Dry white wine.
Yes, we can put the juice of
this
the lobster,
is
that's
lovely
terrific.
Juice.
And the tomato, a bit of tomato juice also. I can
you want a fresh one?
Run this out in there.
Oh, that's lovely.
So we create the sauce. I have a couple of bay leaf, some paprika. I'm doing like 2 teaspoons of paprika. We want a little bit of fennel seed.
It's fennel, that's a nice
Mediterranean and a little
taste,
bit of hot pepper, the cayenne, you know. You have to be careful, it's very hot. Remember, we don't put any salt in there.
No.
And some herbe de Provence, a mixture of herbe de Provence there. And I think we basically have all of the liquid. This is going to cook for like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. We strain it. We need like a cup and a half of sauce, you know.
That's going to be delicious.
Yes. You think it's cooked enough?
Oh, it has the most wonderful
smell. What I want to do first is really to pour that into a large colander, you know. If you put it directly into a fine strainer, it's difficult to do it. So this way, I can shake it a little bit to get most of my liquid because, you know, we need like, well, about a cup and a half. I can put that in there, and as you mentioned before, you know, we could put more water on top of this. Oh,
definitely, because that's hardly had...
This is strong, yes?
That's beautiful.
Then we'll put it finer here. That's going to be the finishing of the sauce. We'll strain it by...
Put that out of your way.
Okay. What I'm going to do here, I have about 2 cups of sauce. I'm going to reduce it to like a cup and a half. And so I'm going to reduce that in the back here.
One important part of the lobster we didn't cover is the tamale in the roe. This happens to be a female lobster. This is the tamale, that's that green stuff. It's black when the lobster's raw. And then you have the roe, which is this beautiful pink down here. All of this is edible and delicious, and what I like to do is I take sometimes the roe and sometimes not and push it through a sieve and then mix it with mayonnaise, and it's particularly good served with cold lobster. Here it is. I've put it all in the inside here, and I've left the pink roe out so that you can see it. It's just delicious.
Okay, so this is going to reduce to a cup and a half, and now I'm going to butter the mold for the soufflé. I use a spring mold. You want to butter it enough because we want to unmold it, you know, after. So you want to have a nice coating of butter.
That's terribly important.
Yes,
if it is. The soufflé's
if it sticks, then you have problem, you know. So
you'd have to eat it out of the mold.
We're going to undo it together. So if it sticks, I'll give it to you to do, you know. So I have a bit of breadcrumb here, and some paprika, and like a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese, you know. So we do that mixture to coat.
This is going to be a cheese soufflé.
A cheese soufflé,
a
right?
Classic cheese soufflé.
Exactly, and we put that right on top of the, you know, with the lobster. So here.
That's a very good idea, I think, of putting the cayenne and the cheese.
Yes, so we do it. If there is a bit of extra one, you know, I can take it out. But that's it. So the thing is ready now. So we move to the white sauce, right?
Fine. I'm going to have 2 tablespoons of butter in here, and we're going to have 3 tablespoons of flour, because we want a very, very thick sauce, don't we? A soufflé type bechamel. Got to get that melted.
This is the classic bechamel, huh? The classic.
And we're going to make the
soufflé
classic cheese soufflé,
Uh-huh.
which is sort of the mother of all soufflés.
The mother of all soufflé. Yeah.
That's 2 tablespoons, as 1 heaping
Right.
tablespoon is. And then 1
Okay.
flavor. And then you have to stand over it until the butter and flour foam together, do you not? I think some people don't cook the butter and flour. I'm going to put a tiny bit more butter because you want to loosen it up a little bit. But if you don't really get the butter and flour cooked, you're going to have a pasty, floury sauce. Now I have hot milk here. I'm going to let it cool off just a tiny bit.
You'll combine it.
And I put all of that in at once and stir vigorously.
I'm going to do the eggs in a copper bowl here. To separate the eggs, actually what I do, I just break them directly into the copper bowl and get the egg yolk out. See, I separate it completely so that it's nice and clean. I put them
right
in there,
into
or you want them directly in there. Okay.
No.
So that's 1, 2.
That's a wonderful system. There is no white in it at all.
Right. Well, what happened is that people lose too much egg white, which stay in the shell of the eggs, you know. And what happened?
Did I get this? I have 3.
Yeah, you have 3. Yes. So
Well,
I have 2 extra ones.
There, your base is all
And
ready.
now the base is ready. So I'm going to start beating the egg white. I use the copper bowl because the acid, you know, kind of stabilize the egg whites. It's morning quickly, as I say, you know, it's really not much more than a minute when you do it by hand.
It's very good for the muscles of your arm.
Yeah. Some people jog, some play tennis. I beat egg whites, you know, so this is basically ready, you see. When I feel it hold a nice, you know, a nice texture like this, I can give you some in there, you can mix it, and I will tighten the rest of the white to make them very thick.
And this is to
And now
lighten
they're
the
thick.
soufflé
To lighten the soufflé, and if you give
so
it
that you won't deflate the white.
right, and then you give me the whole thing back, right?
Yep.
Here is a spatula. You want to do it here?
All right.
I'll put that in the sink for you. Great,
There.
thank you. So there I start folding it gently, and you want to put some cheese in it for me? We put some Swiss cheese, like, you know, about 3/4 of a cup to half a cup.
And it's important to put the cheese in now, isn't
Yes,
it?
if you put it in the bechamel, it tends to
Sort of get stringy.
it
you
get
know.
stringy, yes. So that's about fine. And then we want to fill that up, of course. Okay, here we are here.
That looks lovely and light.
And
Now, how long is it going to cook?
this cook like at about 30 minutes, you know. Can even put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top if you want.
Okay, why not?
That's Swiss and that's Parmesan, but I mean either one, you
That
know.
is sweet. I lumped it up
That's
a little
it.
bit there.
So now I'll put that in the oven, 30-35 minutes, then we're ready to eat.
What's the temperature of the oven?
375.
Good.
No, I think the sauce has reduced now to like a cup and a half,
It's delicious.
but I want to thicken it slightly, so I put a little bit of potato starch, have like a tablespoon of water, you know, a little bit of it here, and just put it at the last moment. As you know, as soon as this touch is going to thicken on contact, so I don't want to put too much. Maybe a bit more, what do you think? thick enough.
Do you boil it a little after it's gone?
Well, it can come to a boil, it's fine,
Yeah.
you know, coming here. But then I put the cream. About half a cup of cream be more than enough here. So you have a beautiful reddish
lovely.
brown, you know, color like
It
that.
smells so good. It's
Yes.
lovely. That's a lovely color.
And a little dash of cognac at the end.
You have a little bit of
Tablespoon.
tarragon. You're going to use
Oh yeah,
that?
yeah, tarragon. You want to put the tarragon in it?
Okay.
We put the fresh
Fresh
tarragon at the end,
tarragon,
that's
yeah.
it. And then all we have to do now is to wait for the soufflé, right?
How much longer does it have?
It had another 5-10 minutes, that's it. So we are ready.
Okay. I can smell
Here
it.
is our,
Isn't that a lovely?
Cheese soufflé, you know, what I want to do, just to put the whole thing on top. In
Yeah.
fact, it's good because with the bottom of that pan, if you were to do that on a silver tray, you know, it's not going to
Do you want to
break
put
it.
it
Oh
on?
yeah.
That's okay.
And I want to run a knife a little bit outside to be sure that it's unglued.
And that's why we
Yes.
buttered it so thoroughly.
I buttered it, and you know, if it's glue like mine is gluing a little bit here, of course, when you pull it out, then that make it deflate. But you know, the type of soufflé that we are doing, a cheese soufflé like this, is not that that delicate. That is, it is not usually served like a strawberry or raspberry
No.
soufflé or whatever. So where is the
No,
opening? Here,
there,
here
right
it is.
there.
And we open
you've
this
done it.
here. It's still glue a little bit here. We always need a bit of suspense when we do soufflé, you know.
But I like the idea of it standing on
Yes.
itself.
We're gonna put the
Now we have
lobster
lobster
around.
around.
Yes. We put fortel. That's it.
Now this is going to be for a main course.
Right. And we put the
I must
cloves.
say these claws are lovely.
Beautiful.
Wouldn't it if you have both creatures there?
It makes a beautiful kind
Oh,
of
it certainly does.
presentation dish, you know. Though
And then just a
now,
little bit of this
put the
around.
sauce.
We'd have that green sauce, but I think we'll pass that separately.
Yeah, that's
Because
a good idea.
I don't think the
It's-
color would be very good on this, but the taste is awfully good.
The taste is terrific, and
You know,
some people always want to hurry up. Now maybe we can decorate that with the body of our lobster if we want to be real fancy, you know.
I think that's wonderful.
Then the tail like this.
You know,
It tells the whole story. Then even I have here, you know, one of those little legs, and you can put a toothpick in between,
that's wonderful.
and a piece of the
That's
tail.
a wonderful
You
idea.
know, the end of the tail here. It looks like a type of butterfly.
Yes.
And a piece of the
lobster
antenna.
butterfly.
So we have a
Oh,
dragonfly
that's
or
great. That
trachyactyl
makes a
right
very
here,
nice decoration.
and maybe a couple of chives, you know, just for color
Oh, that's
around
lovely.
like this. And look at
That's
that, and
lovely.
I think we work hard. We deserve a glass of champagne, right?
Well, I think so too.
Okay.
That's lovely.
So,
It will be
Champagne.
served at the table.
yes, serve at the table in the old, you know, French or English style, you know, service à la
platter.
bourgeoise, you know.
Which I like.
Well,
Here we are.
bon appétit.
Bon appetit. Certainly the best way to prepare a meal is to be in the kitchen with friends, particularly with my friend Jacques Pépin. This is Julia Child for Cooking with Master Chefs. Bon appetit! Bon appetit!